Hey there, welcome to our YouTube channel. We're thrilled you've joined us today as we dive into a topic that holds great importance for all of us: building healthy relationships. Here at Relationship Reboot, we're all about exploring ways to foster strong connections based on biblical principles. In today's video, we're tackling a crucial subject that affects many families: the toxic things parents sometimes say to their children. Words have immense power, and as parents, it's vital to understand how our language impacts the mental health and well-being of our children. Our aim today is to provide you with guidance, strategies, and a fresh perspective on promoting positive communication within your family. We believe that by embracing biblical principles, we can nurture an environment that uplifts, supports, and encourages our children. So, whether you're a parent seeking to improve your own communication or someone who wants to gain insights to support loved ones, you've come to the right place. Let's dive in and discover how we can foster healthier and more fulfilling relationships within our families. Are you ready? Let's get started. I'm excited to continue our exploration of building healthy relationships. Today, we're diving into a topic that hits close to home for many of us: parent-child relationships and the impact of our words on our children's mental health. As parents, we hold an incredible responsibility. Our words have the power to shape the hearts and minds of our children, molding their self-esteem, confidence, and overall well-being. That's why it's crucial to be mindful of the things we say to our children. We're about to explore 10 toxic phrases that, unfortunately, can sneak into our conversations. But fret not. We're not just focusing on the problem. We'll also provide you with positive alternatives, ways to uplift, inspire, and strengthen the bond between you and your children. Together, we'll learn how to replace toxic words with empowering ones that can cultivate an environment of love, respect, and understanding. Because here at Relationship Reboot, we believe that every child deserves to hear words that nurture their souls, boost their confidence, and set them up for a bright future. Are you ready to embark on this journey with us? Let's kick off our list of toxic phrases with one that can inflict deep wounds: "You're worthless." These words can erode a child's self-esteem and diminish their sense of value and purpose. When we use belittling and demeaning language, we undermine our children's confidence and hinder their ability to thrive. But here's the beautiful truth. In the eyes of God, every child is priceless, uniquely crafted with purpose and potential. In the Bible, we find these comforting words: "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." What a powerful reminder that our worth as individuals comes from a loving Creator who designed us with intention and care. As parents, it's our responsibility to reflect God's love and affirm our children's worth. So, how can we uplift and encourage our children? Here are some practical tips to replace the toxic phrase, "You're worthless," with words that empower and affirm. Express love unconditionally. Let your child know that your love for them is not based on achievements or external factors, but simply because they are your precious child. Highlight their strengths. Focus on and celebrate their unique talents, qualities, and accomplishments. Help them recognize the amazing things they bring to the world. Encourage their passions. Support and nurture their interests and hobbies. Help them explore their passions and develop their skills. Practice affirmation. Regularly remind your child of their value, telling them specific things you appreciate about them. Teach resilience. Guide them through challenges, teaching them to learn from setbacks and grow stronger. Create a safe space for expression. Encourage open communication and active listening, ensuring your child feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and emotions with you. By replacing belittling language with uplifting and encouraging words, we can help our children embrace their worth and navigate life with confidence. Remember, each child is a precious gift, and it's our privilege to nurture their sense of value and purpose. Now, let's address another toxic phrase that can shatter a child's dreams: "You'll never amount to anything." Such discouraging statements about a child's future can have lasting negative effects on their self-belief and aspirations. When we undermine our children's dreams and potential, we rob them of hope and possibility. But as people of faith, we find inspiration in the stories and teachings of the Bible, which are filled with examples of individuals who overcame challenges and achieved great things. One such story that fills us with hope is the account of Joseph in the book of Genesis. Despite facing numerous setbacks, including betrayal and imprisonment, Joseph remained steadfast in his faith and embraced his purpose. In the end, he became a powerful leader and played a crucial role in the redemption of his family. Joseph's story reminds us that setbacks and discouraging words do not determine a person's future. Through God's grace, hope, and guidance, each child has the potential to accomplish great things. As parents, it's our role to nurture our child's dreams and provide them with the guidance and support they need. Here are some practical tips to replace the toxic phrase, "You'll never amount to anything," with words that foster hope and possibility. Encourage exploration. Allow your child to explore various interests and discover their passions. Help them understand that their path to success may be unique and non-traditional. Provide guidance. Offer guidance and wisdom while allowing your child to make their own decisions. Support them as they navigate the journey toward their dreams. Set realistic goals. Help your child set realistic goals and break them down into achievable steps. Celebrate their progress and encourage perseverance. Foster a growth mindset. Teach your child to view challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Instill in them the belief that they can overcome obstacles with resilience and determination. Celebrate effort and improvement. Focus on the process rather than solely on the outcome. Praise their hard work, dedication, and improvement regardless of the final result. Be a supportive presence. Be present and actively engaged in your child's life. Listen to their hopes, fears, and aspirations. Provide a safe space for them to share their dreams and concerns. By nurturing our children's dreams and providing them with the necessary guidance and support, we can empower them to pursue their passions and achieve their full potential. Remember, with God's guidance and our unwavering support, every child can embrace a future filled with hope and possibility. Let's tackle another toxic phrase that can deeply wound a child's spirit. "You're such a disappointment." Expressing disappointment in a child can have significant negative effects on their self-esteem, sense of worth, and overall emotional well-being. When we communicate disappointment in a way that focuses on the child's inherent value rather than their actions, we undermine their self-confidence and create a sense of inadequacy. However, as people of faith, we find solace in the biblical wisdom that teaches us about learning from mistakes and growing stronger. In the Bible, we read these encouraging words, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again." This verse reminds us that mistakes and setbacks are part of the human experience. It is through these challenges that we have the opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. As parents, it's important to communicate our concerns and expectations constructively. Here are some suggestions to replace the toxic phrase, "You're such a disappointment," with words that promote growth, resilience, and healthy communication. Focus on behavior, not character. Address specific actions or choices that you find disappointing, rather than labeling the child as a disappointment. This helps them understand that their actions can be corrected and improved. Offer constructive feedback. Instead of solely expressing disappointment, provide guidance on how they can make better choices or improve their behavior. Offer solutions, alternatives, or suggestions for growth. Emphasize learning and growth. Encourage your child to see their mistakes as opportunities for learning. Teach them that setbacks are not failures, but stepping stones toward growth and personal development. Practice forgiveness and grace. Demonstrate unconditional love and forgiveness when your child makes mistakes. Show them that you believe in their ability to learn, grow, and make amends. Set realistic expectations. Ensure your expectations are age-appropriate and take into account your child's individual capabilities. Communicate your expectations clearly and discuss them together, fostering a sense of shared understanding. Celebrate effort and progress. Acknowledge and appreciate your child's efforts, progress, and small victories along the way. This builds their self-confidence and motivates them to continue striving for improvement. By communicating concerns and expectations constructively, we create an environment where mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth, and our children feel supported on their journey. Together, let's replace disappointment with love, guidance, and a belief in our children's ability to learn, improve, and become the amazing individuals they were created to be. Now, let's address a toxic phrase that can have lasting negative effects on a child's self-image and sibling relationships. You're just like the black sheep of the family. Comparing children unfavorably can breed resentment, low self-esteem, and intensify sibling rivalry. When we compare our children to others, we diminish their sense of individuality and worth. However, as people of faith, we are called to celebrate each person's uniqueness and recognize the God-given talents they possess. In the Bible, we find this beautiful reminder. There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone, it is the same God at work. Isn't that incredible? We are all created with different gifts, abilities, and purposes. As parents, it's our role to help our children embrace their uniqueness and develop a positive self-image. Here are some practical ways to foster a positive self-image and reduce sibling rivalry. Emphasize individual strengths. Recognize and celebrate each child's unique talents and abilities. Encourage them to explore their passions and pursue their own interests. Avoid negative comparisons. Refrain from comparing your children to one another or to other individuals. Instead, focus on each child's progress, growth, and personal achievements. Encourage cooperation and teamwork. Foster a sense of unity and collaboration among siblings. Encourage them to support and celebrate one another's accomplishments, creating a positive and supportive sibling dynamic. Foster healthy sibling relationships. Provide opportunities for your children to engage in shared activities and experiences that promote bonding and understanding. Celebrate differences. Teach your children to value and respect each other's unique qualities and perspectives. Emphasize that our differences make us stronger as a family. Encourage self-acceptance. Help your children embrace their individuality and develop a positive self-image. Teach them that their worth is not based on comparison, but on their inherent value as beloved children of God. By celebrating our children's uniqueness, fostering positive self-image, and nurturing healthy sibling relationships, we create an environment where each child feels valued and supported. Let's build a family where love, acceptance, and celebration of individual gifts are at the forefront. Now, we come to a heartbreaking phrase that can leave a child feeling unloved and rejected. I regret having you. Expressing regret in this way can have a profound emotional impact, damaging a child's self-worth and sense of belonging. When parents express regret about having their child, it undermines the child's sense of security and love. However, as people of faith, we find solace in the biblical teachings of unconditional love and forgiveness. In the scriptures, we are reminded of the power of love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. God's love is unconditional and unwavering. As parents, it's our responsibility to model this love and forgiveness in our relationships, especially with our children. Here are some steps to help seek reconciliation and model God's grace. Acknowledge and apologize. If you have expressed regret to your child, acknowledge the impact of your words and take responsibility for the hurt caused. Apologize sincerely, expressing your regret and commitment to change. Communicate love and acceptance. Assure your child that they are loved unconditionally and that their presence in your life is a gift. Emphasize that your love for them is not conditional upon their actions or behavior. Seek professional help if needed. If expressing regret to your child is part of a pattern of harmful behavior, consider seeking professional help such as counseling or therapy. This can provide guidance and support in healing and restoring your relationship. Practice forgiveness. Teach your child about the power of forgiveness and model it in your interactions. Encourage open dialogue where both parties can express their feelings and work towards reconciliation. Show consistent love and support. Demonstrate your commitment to your child's well-being through consistent love, support, and affirmation. Be present in their lives, actively engage in their interests, and celebrate their achievements. Build trust through actions. Rebuilding trust takes time and consistent effort. Follow through on your commitments, be reliable, and demonstrate your love and care through your actions. By seeking reconciliation, modeling God's grace, and nurturing a loving and accepting relationship, we can begin the journey of healing and restoring the bond between parent and child. Remember, God's love is the ultimate source of healing, and His grace is our guiding light in nurturing healthy relationships. As we come to the end of this video, let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've discussed today. We've explored toxic things parents sometimes say to their children and how they can deeply impact their mental health. But we've also discovered the power of biblical wisdom and practical strategies to promote positive communication and improve overall well-being within our families. We've learned the importance of uplifting and encouraging our children, emphasizing their inherent worth and value in God's eyes. We've explored the significance of nurturing their dreams and providing guidance and support, knowing that their potential is not limited by discouraging words. We've discussed the negative effects of expressing disappointment and discovered the biblical wisdom that teaches us to learn from mistakes and grow stronger. We've also addressed the dangers of comparing our children unfavorably and instead celebrated their uniqueness and God-given talents. Lastly, we've touched upon the deep emotional impact of expressing regret and highlighted the power of unconditional love and forgiveness in healing relationships. Building healthy relationships with our children requires ongoing effort and intentional communication. It starts with reflecting on our own words and actions as parents and striving for positive change. Let's create an environment where love, acceptance, and support prevail. I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. Let's learn from one another, grow together, and inspire positive change in our families. And if you found this video valuable, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on building healthy relationships based on biblical principles. Thank you for watching and joining us today. Together, let's nurture loving, uplifting, and grace-filled relationships with our children. May God bless you abundantly as you embark on this journey of building strong and healthy family connections.